This talking to is with the one and only KPG. KPG is a live streamer on Facebook. You can find him over there streaming Minecraft, streaming Sea of Thieves, and a variety of other games. KPG has been a friend of me and a friend of our channel since we met him on Mixer. And you guys probably have seen some gameplay of us playing Sea of Thieves and having a good time together. We got together and had a conversation, an honest and open conversation about streaming, about the different platforms that we use and why. We talked a little bit about Discord and some of the challenges with Discord, and we also talked about moderators. How do you pick moderators? How do you get rid of moderators? And I think this conversation is something that you guys need to hear. I know a lot of you guys in this community and all communities are interested in content creation. You think it may be something that you want to do. There's a lot of information out there, and so I think having a good and honest talk or conversation with another content creator that's been doing it for a while and that has been successful wherever platform that he chooses to use. I think that is something that's valuable for you guys to hear. So this is unedited. This is unscripted. And so viewer discretion advised. There will be a little bit of adult language, but I wanted to leave that in there to get the full experience. I like the unedited raw footage, and so that's what you guys are going to see on this talking to. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. If you enjoy the podcast, if you have any questions for myself or KPG, the link to KPG's channel will be in the description below. Thank you guys so much for watching.
Man.
Good morning, man. What's up, buddy?
I'm good, man. How you doing?
I'm okay. It's morning time. I got my coffee, dude. I got a quiet room so we can be alone with our thoughts, dude.
Well, it's like 2 in the afternoon for me. So
I know. Every time I say morning, it's like I'm doing something grand. But you've been up for a while.
Yeah, I'm getting there with the sleep schedule after my PC went down the other night. It's kind of been off.
Yikes. So what did you end up having to do for that?
I installed like some free way of getting Windows activated.
Yeah.
So I guess it just didn't like it. And ever since then, it's been perfect. So all I did was I stupidly reinstalled Windows to see if it would work. I clicked the keep all my personal files, but for some reason it got rid of a load of stuff.
Right.
Stuff that I know for a fact that it's not supposed to.
I don't know who got a promotion for this or where along the line the troubleshooting for Windows become default. I just reinstall it. But that's like the fix for everything. I've had to do it like I don't know how many times.
I didn't think it was going to work.
Right.
I don't think it was going to work. So I wiped Windows, and then I thought, you know what? I'm just going to clean up the PC because it is a mess. Like,
right.
So many icons on the desktop and documents all over the place, downloads. So I just thought, you know what? I'll put everything into a file, slap it on my hard drive, and I'll just wipe it clean and see if it works. And I haven't seen an activate Windows thing. However, I do have an update to do, so I'm a little bit nervous about that.
Yikes! Yeah,
never. So we'll see if it happens.
It's never good. I'm not sad about not having 2 PCs to maintain. Not sad about it.
How's the? Oh, I can be as loud as I want.
Oh yes. The X, dude. The Xbox. I love it. It's really. I set it up, and I spent most of my time, getting everything set up, and I had to rearrange everything in my room here. So I haven't put it through all of its paces, but as of right now, I've only done, of course, Minecraft Dungeons and Sea of Thieves on it. Sea of Thieves is a pleasure on it. The load times are unreal.
Good. Okay.
Spawning in and like coming off a merm is instant. And mouse and keyboard is pretty much the same as like a PC. The only thing, it's going to take me a while to get adjusted. I upgraded to a bigger monitor, and you're locked at 60 frames a second. So I got myself used to run around 90 on PC, and so it is going to take me a while to adjust. And I did play a little bit the past few days and try to go mess with some people, and it'll take me a little bit to get my PvP and all that adjusted because I'm just a little sluggish. I think this bigger monitor is having a thing too because it's kind of tripping me out a little bit. But other than that,
did you record anything
on
the day?
I did a little. I recorded. Yeah, we vlogged the experience. Most of it exists on Miranda's phone. I just haven't had time to put it all together. I'm going to try to do that this weekend. As soon as I got it. So we got it on Tuesday. Set everything up, and then of course I had to work Wednesday and Thursday. So I gotta get some of that done over the weekend, man. But it feels so good to be back on a gaming box. I'll be honest with you, just the simplicity of it. Just like for just sheer cord management, I don't have nearly as much like mess, and it just turns on. Don't have to Windows update, and just turn it on and do my gaming. The one problem I am having right now with Sea of Thieves, Xbox for whatever reason right now doesn't accept like a USB mic. And so,
really,
yeah. Okay. So how I'm having a game chat right now is I've got a wired controller with a 3.5 millimeter like headset that I would use for a controller wrapped around my. It's wonky, but I'm pretty sure it's working. I'll have to test that today.
Okay.
So that's annoying, but other than that, I think they're going to address that minor issues and stuff. The load times are faster than my PC. I mean, it's
nice.
It's
okay.
real.
It'd be interesting to get on there actually and see if I could do that, because I do have a bit of spare money and I am so tempted.
Right, and I'll be honest with you, I got both. So I got an X for myself, I got an S for my dad.
Oh, nice.
The S is just as good. I played Sea of Thieves on he's got a 4K display, and you would be hard pressed to tell the difference. The load times are exactly the same. It's the same 60 FPS, and that's the one for people to get, most people to get. You know what I mean?
To be honest, I'll probably just get the Series S, because I don't think I've bought. I buy all my games online.
Right.
I go to CD Keys for most of them because I get discounts on there. So it's
right.
It's just insane. There's not really much point in paying the extra for the disc thing. So I don't know. I might get myself one at some point, but it's just the lockdown at the minute. Getting furlough paid. I don't know what's going to happen in the future. So
how is all that going? So you're in the middle of it right now, right?
Oh, yeah, it's the second week of lockdown.
Yikes.
At the minute. So we're going for another 3 weeks or something like that.
They are threatening lockdowns in America, but it won't happen until after the new presidential gets in office.
Yeah. To be honest, I've been thinking about that. Like, just get him in and let him get working on stuff, because I think he's got a lot of work to do, and then reversing a lot of what Trump's done with the whole coronavirus.
Yeah, I was just talking with my family about it this morning. By the time he gets in office and issues a lockdown again, most everybody's going to be dead, and businesses have already tanked themselves, because they're preparing for a shutdown. So it's crazy, dude. Our numbers are off the charts. We're breaking all the records. I know so many people now. I know so many people personally that have had it. My aunt had it. I've got people that's family at work has it now. It's real, dude. It's here. It's not gone.
Yeah, my grandma's she's got it. Believe it or not.
How's she doing? I remember you saying
she's doing all right. I mean, to be honest, she's 89 years old. But as soon as my dad told me, I was like, well, coronavirus has picked the wrong fight there. If it thinks it can get rid of an old lady nice and quick, she's a different breed of person as that woman. So
she's not going.
But she's recovering. She's recovering well.
So I have an aunt. My aunt ended up having to go for emergency surgery for blood clots in her lungs. She's okay. She's home now. I think she's still on oxygen. She's got permanent lung scarring. They pretty much told her it was, she had such a hard time with it due to obesity, which is 90% of America. We're all obese.
90%.
90%. That's an overwhelming percentage of Americans are either overweight or obese.
I don't think it was that bad. I know, it's a thing over there.
I might be exaggerating 90%, but it's a huge margin. It's a huge percentage of people are obese, and everybody, the attitude is so split, just like everything in this country. Everything is pick a team and fight about it. So there's literally still people, and I'm not making this up, still people that I know and talk to that they don't believe it's real, it's a hoax, and these are the people walking around spreading it. And so you've just got two encampments, and it's hard to get anything done, because everybody, even the people that, and it doesn't, when people realize that it's real, they don't go from, oh no, it's a hoax. They don't immediately go to the other side and be like, oh, let's get hand sanitizer and mask. No, then they just start saying, oh, well, it's not as bad as everybody says it is. We know how to deal with it now. I'm like, who what?
Yeah.
And so like the trade off is like, we'll just let everybody get sick, and then, some will make it, some won't. It's just such a bizarre thinking. I don't understand.
Well, I mean, I'm a very open-minded person, thanks to my dad. But like, I've heard things, and then I've read my own stuff, and I've seen both sides of the story, and I remain in the middle. I'm not gonna get myself into trouble, risk anybody else by not wearing a mask.
Right.
But I'm not gonna like believe everything I hear in the media and whatever. That's sort of where I stand. I'm on the fence about a lot of stuff, and I think it's the best place to be because then you can see from both sides.
Right.
And but yeah, I've heard like, well, my ex-girlfriend, she's my friend still. She her mother got it, diagnosed, and obviously she was suffering a little bit. She had to self-isolate, but she was self-isolating with her husband and her son.
Yeah.
But sleeping in the same bed as the husband, and the husband didn't get it. So that stuff like that makes me go, all right, well, if it's so contagious, how come he didn't get it? Or he might have had it, but just not had the symptoms.
Right, asymptomatic.
You know what I mean?
It's so crazy like that.
Yeah, but you can't just go, oh, it's not real.
Yeah.
It's a pandemic. People are fucking dying. Excuse my language.
Yeah.
But yeah, people can't. People just believe it or not. You know what I mean? And it's a dangerous thing to do. Is that? That's why I always preach people need to be more open-minded about stuff. Can't just believe everything one person says.
No, you got to question things, man. And then you got to question things about streaming too. Oh, segue. Yeah. Oh, yeah. We went way off the rails. We'll save politics for another time. I'm not even mentally, emotionally ready for that. So, I know that you had some topics that you wanted to discuss, and I don't really.
I'm happy to discuss those ones with you. I mean, those are pretty much the ones that I've been wanting to talk about. Discord moderators, platforms and stuff and such.
And when you posted that, I got super excited, not because I enjoy your suffering, but because I'm like, oh, I get that. I totally get that. And I feel like I relate to that in a lot of ways. And because of that and what I've decided about it is kind of how why I do certain things that way. And I think it's such a big topic because I don't know how you want to structure this. You know how I ramble. I don't know if you want it to just like free flow or what. Or
I'll pick a topic and we'll talk about it.
Okay. Or you're recording, right?
I'm recording. Yeah.
All right. So I guess we'll just start with the Discord one since that's the big one. Let's start. Let's start with that one. And so I'll just give you my impressions from seeing your video, and then I want to pick your brain a little bit where your head's at about it. So I saw your video, and I 100% get and know where you're coming from with that. Even as far as like the Minecraft thing, because at one point in time my Discord was like hundreds of people for the exact same reason. It was we were growing. We had like this exponential growth on YouTube. Minecraft was hitting really well. We literally were having like every stream we would have like 5 to 10 people. Everything was like really, really cool, and everything happened at once. And so I'm like, when you've got success like that, your brain really doesn't know how to filter it or what to do with it. You just kind of
sort of go with it, don't you?
Yeah,
you don't even.
And so you go with it, and so like I had just an influx of people. When you get an influx of people, you get an influx of problems. And so like I was just like handing out mod left and right. I'm like, dude, I need help. I can't manage this. And it was just like this big circle of disappointment, missed opportunities. And I really felt like at the time, like the main people that were watching me and the main people that were there to be part of the community, I was abusing them because those are the people I was like, you're a mod now. You want to be a mod? You're a mod now. Because like in a lot of ways, it's like a badge of honor, right? Everybody's like, can I be mod? But it's not.
Yeah.
It's not at all. I think mod is terrible. It's a horrible. Why would anybody want to do it? It's so difficult having to do that. And we'll get into that a little bit later. But anyway, so I saw your Discord video and your thoughts on it. And I've got some thoughts about it too, but I just wanted to see where's your head at about it this morning. From all right, so from when you made the video and posted that, and sort of the feedback that you received, are you any different? Are you any different?
Yeah. Like I've calmed down a lot. I think it's just built up a little bit because I've noticed it a lot more in the last month. Like I think when I made the switch to Facebook gaming, it took a massive hit.
Yeah.
Because I think a lot of people they weren't. I think once they're out of the community, they don't really communicate with it.
Right.
On other social media, for instance. So I think that like a lot of it for the last month since it sort of died down a little bit, it's just been people that are solidly on Facebook gaming, you know, with me. But it's because it went from such such a busy point last month. I even said to the mods, I want to keep this going. I said I want to make it so it's, we're getting people involved every single day, giving them question of the day. You don't have to do it every day, but it's nice to get a conversation started, making sure stream clips are uploaded, and just giving them something to do. Suggestions, venting channels, inspiration and stuff. And I always try and fill as many of those categories as possible. And I spoke to someone recently, one of my friends, and he said that maybe you need to cut the structure of your Discord a little bit. But I don't think it's that really messy. You got the subscriber, you got the mod stuff, announcements and talking and stuff. And I think it's fairly easy to like surf this channel easy enough. I think people are familiar enough with Discord to figure out where everything is. If not, then they can just ask. But I feel like since that month has happened, it's just died completely.
And it happens so quick. It's so quick.
Like, this is what I don't get. Like, I think that's what frustrated me the most. Like, from where we were a month ago, everyone was getting involved, and it was such a good time, and people were putting stuff in the share media you love channel, and then it's just gone to this point, and it's been a little bit more active today, and people keep saying to me, goes through these times.
Yeah.
But then I just look at the people that are actually involved, and it's the same people, which is great. Because it means I've got people coming back. I've got people that want to be here. But then I look at the rest of them, the offline 111 people that haven't communicated at all. And I'm thinking, right, well, that's 111 people that have agreed to join the Discord. And then they're not bothered about it. So I'm thinking, shall I just get rid of them? Because they don't really do much. Maybe they don't even care about the Discord anymore. Maybe they don't even have Discord anymore. Who knows? So it's just raising a lot of questions. And my video was like an angry response to it.
Yeah, you definitely could sense a little tone to it.
I mean, I like to be honest and stuff, and I guess like when I'm angry, I'm at my most honest. But still, I still felt like I was in control of what I was saying because I was just expressing how I felt about it. And I think Discord in general is it's something that you need to handle correctly because it's where, like I said in the video, it's where your community lives.
Yeah,
kind of thing.
100%.
It's where they live. It needs to be managed just like a stream does. And I guess it's like streaming to no one.
Yeah.
Or streaming to nobody that's in the chat. You kind of feel like you're on your own a little bit. And I thought, well, like the whole Minecraft thing with you. Minecraft is obviously the game I'm known for. And it's where I've probably gained the most followers for because, it's a popular game.
A lot of people.
But I think it was like the requirements to join my realm and server included you must be part of the Discord. Mainly because I wanted them in the group so they could get updates about what was happening on the server if I was doing any updates or something was changing or somebody had done something and we needed to find out who or whatever.
Right.
It was just a source of information. I didn't really care if they were, active all the time. It was more just to keep them informed about what was happening. So I think most of the people that aren't active anymore were just people that were trying to get onto the server, trying to get onto the realm, maybe.
And that's with almost any game. Like if you put yourself out there as someone that is going to game with viewers or play with viewers, it's instant. They just look for whatever they can do to hop in most of the time, and most of the time they're just going to do that. And so I
got told to take it as a compliment.
Yeah.
Like, oh, it's a compliment. People want to play with you.
Right.
It's great. People want to play with the streamer and stuff, but I think it's more they want to play with the streamer than they want to play with you.
Yeah, 100%. They want to be on, like, it's almost like a little mild celebrity, right? They want to be on, like, somebody's stream where they can show their friends, look what I did. I played with this person. Yeah, that's such a big part of it. And it doesn't even matter how large of a creator you are. It's just that you're doing it. And then it even extends to, especially with Minecraft, this is where it gets weird, but like parents. I had like parents messaging me like, hey, my kid would love to play with you and stuff like, you know what I mean? And my kid, and like my kid would love
to. I've never had that before. Wow.
And maybe it's because I know that it's sort of a self-inflicted wound because of the family-friendly model, but good friend of mine, Memphis Rich, rest in peace. He had a famous phrase, "I'm not your digital babysitter." He yelled at people all the time about it. But that's literally what it feels like sometimes.
I 100% agree.
100% agree. Like people just kind of want to, here, you take care of my kid, and then I'll get mad at you if they start cussing or something. And it's like,
I mean, this is not. I've got no experience in this area or anything like that. But from what I know about parents, from what I've learned from my own parents, from what I've learned from viewing people, from friends and family, people like to have time to themselves, and they can't always entertain their children. What's the easiest way of entertaining their children whilst they're having a cup of tea or they're getting stuff done around the house? Pop them in front of a TV or computer or tablet. So they're coming onto our channels and they're obviously enjoying it, and they want to be a part of the stream, and they want to, for instance, if they're watching Minecraft, they want to play on Minecraft with the streamer and stuff. So I guess it's it's our responsibility to entertain them, or it's forced upon us to.
It is forced upon us,
these children.
And it's weird. And as much as we want to deny it, it's you nailed it on the head. And that's one of my big points, that there's not enough responsibility, and that whole concept is tied into my views and a lot of the things that's happened to me on Discord. Before I get into that, I like your Discord. I like the question of the day thing, and giving people like a topic, because sometimes you have to shepherd people into responding. I don't think you can't force people to do anything.
Yeah, I mean, I think the whole point of the reason that people are so active, all of a sudden in the last 24 hours, is probably because of that video. And I don't want to, I don't want to prompt. I don't want to say, hey, you have to talk every single day. I don't want to do that. I don't even talk in my Discord every single day.
And you gave them. And here's the thing: you gave them an ultimatum, and the only ones that read it and cared were the people that were already there and active.
Yeah, exactly. So it's right, what do I do now?
But I like. So what I was saying is, I like your channel, and I like the question of the day and the interaction. And I do get that you have to put yourself, you have to do a little something every now and then to gauge interaction, but I don't think you can force it, and I don't think it's something, it's just got to be like a natural thing. I feel like if your community is there and active, they will be active with each other, but there's a couple things that I think that hinder that, and that kind of ties into what I've done with my Discord. And all of this that we're talking about, let's just point this out, because I know people are going to hear this on both of our channels that are prospective streamers. They want to be streamers and all this stuff. And so what do? They do exactly what you and I did. They YouTube how to be a streamer, and all these creator helpers come up, and the Alpha Gaming with the frosty hair and tips and good lighting, he's going to sit, and it's this has existed in the Christian world for a long time. It's called prosperity gospel. But people forget, or people just don't know because they're not in the culture. But Joel Osteen, with his incredible teeth, gets on TV and tells you how God's going to make you wealthy, and points out 10% of the Bible that's really good and ignores 90% that's bad. I feel like that's where we are with streaming. The prosperity gospel preachers are telling you,
you got to tell people what to do when you're successful.
Yes, and here's the thing: those people aren't even successful. What people don't understand is they make a business on your desire to be a streamer. So if you got fancy lighting, good points, and some good editing, people are going to look at that and go, oh, well, then I need to do that. And I know that I've fallen victim to this too, and you kind of have to trial and error and relearn. But Discord is one of the number one things that all of the creator helper people that for whatever reason don't have successful streams, it's one of those things that every one of those people is like, you got to have a Discord. It's got to be active. And that's why I brought up in your comments, is an active Discord really a gauge of how well you're doing? Is it really?
I don't think so. I don't think it's a gauge of how well you're doing. Otherwise I'd be even more depressed, because I'd be like, well, I'm not pleasing these people at all.
Right.
I'm not successful at all. I believe I'm not the most successful streamer in the world, but I believe I'm doing something right.
Right.
But I think a Discord is, I think it's who you are. It's the people that you're with, and
right.
Again, it's where your community lives. So I guess it needs to be a percentage active.
Sure.
Otherwise, people are just joining it for no reason, kind of thing. So I guess it's where everything happens, and outside of streaming.
And I think it's important. It's important to define what it is, what it means for you, and what you want it to do for you. You got to define the terms, right, in order to build and make decisions for what you want to do. So what you said, I think, is it's a great response. You said it's where your community lives. Okay, that's absolutely. I agree with that 150%. So if we're doing what we're supposed to shepherd the community and make sure that the people that actually watch us day to day, what do we need to do to protect them, and what do we need to do to maintain like their good time, even when we're not streaming, in that place where they exist. Because if we're not streaming, that's where people are, is your Discord. And I think that there's a couple things that at least I've noticed about like Discords in general, just looking over like a bunch of people's Discords. We're talking big people, small people. I think that there's a couple things that will absolutely kill engagement and kind of just make it like uncomfortable for people that are there. There are like online etiquette things that happen, and if they don't get addressed, normally they don't. People just don't want to deal with it because they don't want to deal with your problems or your Discord problems. They just want to hang out. But one of the things early on that I noticed was the self-promo channel. And I've seen this on yours too. And it drives me nuts. I'm that guy that goes in other people's channels and self-promo like, hey, dummy, he's streaming right now. Let's not do that. You know, like I get super aggro about this because I went through this too. And like you want to have, you genuinely want to help people, right? You want people to be able to like share in growth and like share in the experience, and you want to help people like along their journey as well. And so that self-promo section, right? The self-promo seems like a great idea. Okay, well, number one, not only do you not know what kind of weird content these people are making, but number two, 99% of the time, this person is getting in your Discord for the promo. Mm-hmm. They're going to literally post videos of themselves or streams while you're streaming. We're not even talking about when you're offline.
And even like if they haven't been active in the Discord at all. So these people, I mean, this is why I'm going to be making a few changes to the Discord, whether or not I close it or anything. But one of the changes will be you have to be a certain amount active, or a certain level in order to actually promote yourself.
Right.
You know, it's like a bit like with the Minecraft realm. You know, I want them to be around a little bit and to show that they're actually interested and not just there because they want to play with KPG.
Right.
You know, they actually feel like they're my friend now. You know, they hang around. I've seen them a lot. They want to know who I am. I want to know how they are. And that's what I want for the same reason. I want to help them. I want to make sure they're having a good time. But also, if they do want to self-promo, they've got to earn it a little bit, because I wouldn't expect to come into your channel. You know, first day I meet you and go, hey, I'm KPG. I stream over on Twitch, Facebook, wherever. Can you shout me out? You know, I believe it needs to be earned. You know, I don't think it should be as easy as that.
And so that whole thing is why I changed. I got rid of the self promo channel. Never coming back. Mm-hmm. Literally, like we had this one guy. He's still on YouTube. Not gonna say his name. He's still on YouTube right now, and he's always like, since he found my channel, he's always doing great. Like he's got like 30 concurrents. He's got like 1,000 subscribers. Does his own thing. He literally found my stream because of someone else rating, which I hate raids too. So he found my stream from someone else rating. Okay. Dropped me a $5 dono. Oh, super cool, super supportive, yay! Got into the Discord and then just proceeded to like post everything he's ever done in this Discord. And never another word in stream, never another word in Discord. And this was a dude that was already successful. Like, that's what I'm saying is like, there's just a big need, and it's hard to gauge it and be honest with it, but there's such a big need for people to like do this, what we're doing, and it's so, and like they don't think logically, they don't think about what they're doing, and I don't honestly know that they know what they're doing. And even I feel like when you do give them a limit, like you have to watch 40 hours to be able to self-promo. They're going to leave your stream up on a computer for 40 hours till that bot kicks in, and then, you know what I mean? Like, it's tough. It's tough, and so that's why I've tried my best to just kind of foster specific people. Like, okay, I see how you present yourself online, and so that's why we had no problem with you. And I make a lot of these decisions with Randa and with Cameron. Those are my, you know, my brain trust there, and my one of my friends, Ivan. And so like when you came along, we already had seen all the tricks by now. We saw you were respectful, which is what 99% of people aren't. You were respectful, you were active, and it was just a no-brainer. And so it was just natural to be like, all right, you guys go and watch KPG. And then like when we started streaming together, everybody's like, we love KPG because you were there, because you were present. And it's almost like it just, the self-promo thing is, it's going to be natural if you're going to promo someone. I don't know. I just have a huge problem with that just because I've seen it.
My two ideas are to, you know, do what you, hopefully people will spend 40 hours in front of a computer just having me on a tab. But it's a bit harder to do that in Discord though. So that's where I'm going to requirement, so hopefully that might be an idea. But the other idea was to delete the self-promotion channel and just make it so moderators and VIPs
Right.
which are people that I consider close,
Right.
or have been moderators in the past that I still consider friends or close,
Right.
to have access to the promote others. So they can
Yes.
promote other people that they think are decent, and I trust these people to put people in that aren't going to be spreading offensive content or anything like that. So
Right.
I think that's a fairly safe way to go. I haven't put that to my mods yet, but it's an idea that I've been sort of brainstorming in the background.
I agree with that.
Yeah,
I think that's a good. I think that's a good direction.
Yeah.
I think that
Because I don't know, a lot of people won't know, but I watch more streams than a lot of people because
Yeah.
I'm always looking for other people to watch, and
Yeah.
I may not comment all the time, but I'm always in streams.
Mhm.
I'm always over on Twitch because that's where most of my community is.
Same.
But I will click on those self promotions and I'll check them out. I want to know what they're doing, no matter
Yeah.
how small they are. I won't comment, but I'll certainly lurk because it's nice, people that have been in your community and they say, oh, one day maybe I want to stream. I want
Right.
to checking them out, see what they're doing, see if I've been a good example to them. And then if they come back to my stream and they say, oh, well, I had a stream last week, I could maybe tell them, oh, well, yeah, I watched and
right.
did this and did that. It'd be a nice surprise for them,
True.
kind of thing. But I do like to do that, and I do like to try and help my community as well, because a lot of them are streamers.
Mm-hmm.
And I know how difficult it is to grow as a streamer.
Oh yeah, 100%.
So it's you have to work your ass off. You do.
Right. And a lot of people don't want to do that. They want to ride your success train.
Yeah.
That's what makes it
I think
difficult.
that's a good place to start on the whole mod topic, I think, because if you want to close the door on Discord, we can go on to mods.
Well, the only thing, let me add one more thing to Discord, then we'll move to mods.
Yeah, go for it.
The only thing I want to add is, so my Discord is now locked behind a paywall. That advice came, I discovered that advice from a Twitch streamer. His name is Moon. I follow Moon and Devin Nash. Devin Nash also makes YouTube content. But if you are interested in that point of view, I can send you that later. I won't get into it in too much detail, but he was being interviewed about how to handle certain things, and his question was, and Moon, this is like, he's been top 10 like as far as viewership every time he streams on Twitch for a couple years now. But he's like a popular, almost you wouldn't have heard about him in the news or anything streamer. But he's very entertaining. He's very good. He's consistent. He's one of the only variety streamers on Twitch that's able to pull like over 10K. Like he does whatever. He does like Dungeons and Dragons with his buddies, and it's like 14,000.
Yeah, he's reached a point.
So he knows what he's doing. And when asked what his one piece of advice was about streaming, it had nothing to do with social media, nothing to do with, get this microphone. His advice, number one piece of advice was cultivate your community, like control it basically. Like if there's bad people in it, get them out. Bad people in it, get them out. Don't hesitate. Don't sit and let people linger around because you're worried about view count. Do that immediately. If there's somebody weird, if there's an overbearing, just some attention-seeking person that's making everybody uncomfortable, just get rid of them. And he opted that into the Discord thing, and why he put his behind a paywall. Because it's amazing what people are not willing to do for whatever the paywall is. But anybody, if it's public, and this is a big security issue with me in Discord. Discord is so open. And it's so open, and people have so much access to people. And back to what we said about responsibility, I feel like if people are in your Discord, and this has happened to me, and if they're messaging people in your Discord, messaging your mods, being predatory and doing some...
I have had a situation, not a predatory situation, but I've had a situation where a few people have come to me and gone, like, this person has messaged me, and I've literally got, right, get out. Yeah.
And so... we had that. I had moderators that were messaging other people, like what we were talking about in mod chat. I've had people like, we had like a whole cult at one point. That's the only thing I know to call it. We had a cult from this one person, an influx of viewers, influx of people in the Discord, and it took forever to like heal from that, because back to what we were saying before, it's like, I feel like if it's public, if it's too open, like the people that want to support you and the people that want to support me, they have no problem paying. They're already giving you donos. They have no problem doing the paywall to get in the Discord. They wanted to be there in the first place. That it just weeds out all the unnecessary thing. All the people that are just posting weird stuff and like posting weird memes that nobody wants to see and saying weird stuff and antagonizing people, and thus causing your active people to not want to participate. So far, and again, take everything I say with a grain of salt. I haven't gained a net sub in over a year, so you for growth, you probably don't want to listen to what I'm saying. But I'm just saying, from my perspective, the paywall thing for me it's alleviated a lot of stress with the Discord. As far as moderating, I can moderate it a lot more because there's not a bunch of people in there. And normally, if somebody's going to troll me, I mean, they're going to have to pay $5, number one. But most people don't want to do that. They want to troll you for free. They're going to go move on to the next one that's open, Yeah. And they're going to go...
You can send me some information about that. I'll look into it. I don't necessarily think it's something that I'll do, but
right.
I don't mind having a look at
I'll send you that interview. But anyways, that's it. I will pivot from that. I just wanted to make that last point just to explain why I did that. Because a lot of people are like, that's a critique. We're like, why would you do that? You're hurting your channel growth. I heard Alpha Gaming say you can't do that. It's got to be public. You're going to hurt your channel growth. There's a reason. There's a reason for right or wrong.
Some things are more important to other people,
Right.
Yeah, fair enough. If you want to stream and you want to be professional, and you want to be I want to be at the top. That's it. I want to be the best streamer in the world. Then yes, of course, you're gonna have to do everything you possibly can in order to enable growth.
Right.
But some people just want to stream, do it because they enjoy it, and they want to grow gradually, and they don't really care for it that much to put, all the pressure on themselves to be the best of the best.
Right.
So there is different levels of streaming. There's different, needs for streaming. There's different reasons that people do stream.
Right.
So I think it's good to have a variety of options, to be honest.
And so, moderators, let's hear it.
Moderators, right? Okay. So I have a very, very tight moderator team.
Sure.
And it's a very small moderator team now. I've gotten rid of a few mods over the last few months, and to be honest, it's been a situation that I've not enjoyed. Because I actually reached out to a content creator. It's called Shaka Panda. Hope you don't mind me mentioning his name, but
no,
I just reached out to him because he's a content creator I watch. He seems like a cool guy. He's done a podcast of his own, and he always talks about this sort of stuff. And I trusted him. I trusted his opinion, and he was giving some advice on how to handle it. How to handle what to expect from your moderators, how to keep them around, or how to judge whether they should be a moderator or not. And just like you, I think just like any content creator, the person that comes into your stream first and sticks around, you're thinking, wow, this guy loves me, or this woman loves me.
Yeah.
Let's get him modded, Let's just give him all the control. And I guess I wasn't stupid with it, I didn't just mod anybody, but I have had a wide variety of moderators. I've had I'll call out his name right now. Fluffy Jar. Fluffy Jar is a kid that I met on YouTube in 2016, and at the time he was like 11 or 12, and he appeared in one of my videos. He's such a good guy. He's a subscriber of mine, and a 30-year-old guy having a friend of his age, it's a bit weird, but he's been consistent wherever I've gone. YouTube, followed me to Mixer, followed me to Twitch, Facebook. He's been a massive part of my community.
Yeah.
He's a very grown-up lad, and I trust him. I understand that he's 16 now. I've seen him growing into a freaking man. It's ridiculous. But
right.
He's one of my younger moderators. Well, I've had 40-year-old moderators. I've had teenage moderators. And I've had a pretty a bit colourful set of mods. And I believe that you need to mod the right people to help your community if you're serious about it.
Right.
And I've modded some really cool people. I've modded the wrong people. But I think it's probably one of the most important things in your community, especially going back to the Discord as well.
Yeah.
The Discord needs to be looked after.
Right.
You can moderate whatever you want on the stream easily because you've got commands for it, or it's easy to spot these people. In a Discord, anybody can just join straight away with the link, and boom, they're in.
True.
So that people need to be active,
Right.
I'm down to 3 moderators now. I guess it does worry me because I don't have that many now, and maybe if my community does suddenly grow, like it has done on Facebook, on Mixer or YouTube,
right?
It could get to a point where I'm having to mod my own chat,
right?
But I'm still not going to rush into getting the people because I'll make a bad decision.
Yeah, and so that again, let's define the terms. We defined what Discord should be and should be doing. What does a moderator do? And let's be completely honest about it. A moderator, instead of hanging out and enjoying your stream, they're working. They're working for free.
This is what I meant about Shaka Panda. So like I am asking these people to take time out of their day, you know, to be with me, to do something for me for free.
Right.
You know, and if I get to a point where I'm making hundreds of thousands of millions, I would definitely pay my moderators.
Right.
I would pay them.
Right.
I would pay them well because they are basically in charge of the channel.
Right.
They're part of my team.
Yeah, they're working.
And they're working.
Because it is work.
Putting the hours in.
That's what it is. Dealing with dumb questions over and over, dealing with weirdos.
Dumb questions, put commands, making sure no one's doing, you know, it can be it's a horrible job.
Even in a small chat, even in like 10 viewers or less, there can still be people that like the sneaky trolls that they come in all complimentary and then start like just being obscenely racist out of nowhere. And if you don't pay attention to it, or you don't pay attention that they're adding other people in your community in your chat with the sly remarks and stuff, like they literally, when you're modding, you're not watching stream, you're watching chat. That's honest truth sometimes.
Yeah,
that's honest truth. And so how do you do that? How do you determine who you're gonna like give that obscenely like that terrible responsibility to? Is there a criteria for who is going to be a good mod in your opinion?
In a good mod, I think they need to be. I mean, my requirements have changed big time in the last couple months, and it's the reason that I've unmodded a few people. But they do need to be. They need to be in this community, not just my community, but the streaming community, the gaming community, and they need to be like a big part of it.
Right.
For instance, I'm going to bring up another mod, Silver Dragon. Silver Dragon is. I'm blessed to have her as a mod because she's incredibly active.
100%.
I don't think she's missed maybe one stream since she joined me over on Mixer.
Right.
And that's including her going away with her family without a very good internet connection. You know, she's very in the stream. Right. You know, she's very for my community and she's very much involved in the gaming streaming world. And I think that those are the people that you need to look out for. How much time are they spending in this community? Because it will mean that they are not having to come back to it to do a duty for you. They're already in that kind of environment,
right?
You know, and I think these people are hard to come by.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know,
nobody like Silver hangs around every day just because they feel obligated. You know, she's not waking up every morning like, well, let's go do this
like if I don't see
thing.
Silver in the channel, I'm getting like, right, do I need to message her and say, are you okay?
Yeah.
That's the point I've got to, and I even encourage her now to take some time off. But like for requirements for moderator, I would say that they need to be noticeably responsible without even talking to them in person. Yeah, they need to be responsible. They need to be of a certain age, I would say now. I don't think I'd mod anyone below the age of 18, apart from Fluffy Jar, because he's proven to me over the years that he is a very grown-up young man.
Right.
But even still, you know, I'm constantly looking out for him. Like, what if he says something bad or he's not? Like he's surpassed my expectations in that case. But they need to be of a certain age. They need to be active in the community, like I said. Mm-hmm. And I think they need to have good values as a person. I don't know if that sort of goes with being responsible, but they need to, you know, have a calm mind.
I've kind of like, what do you think about just like letting moderators pick moderators? Like,
I've definitely, I encourage people if they see anybody in the chat, I always ask them, you know, because it's something that I panic about as well sometimes. Like, maybe I need some more moderators. All right, guys, is there anybody in the community you think would be a mod right now? Or do you think I've said that a few times in the past.
Right. It's sort of a weird thing because you don't want to have too many where it's just like a chat full of moderators. But at the same time, you need to be ready for that growth because when it does happen for you on Facebook, it's just going to be like one day you're just streaming and then here they are. Here they all are. Here are all these people not speaking English and asking questions and, you know, and wanting to join.
It does get hard.
And then all of a sudden it's going to be Silver by herself like, help. So it's kind of like you've got your core mod and you've got like your leader. Like I consider Silver like from wherever your channel goes, like she's going to be chief of the mod, chieftess.
Yeah, she's I mean, I don't know any mod that's better than her. She mods for Astral, who's a huge channel on Facebook and was on Mixer. She mods for a number of other people as well, and she even mods 2 channels at once, 3 channels at once. She's an absolute demon when it
just
comes to
enjoys doing it, and you can't
that.
you
Like
can't
if
find
if
people like
I'm
that.
literally like if I see her name pop up in chat, like I know that's it, secure.
Yeah.
And it's the same with the other moderators. I know for a fact that if Plutonium or Fluffy Jar came into the chat, I mean Fluffy Jar's not modded on Facebook right now because I need to still talk to him about that because of his age. I think they have a restriction.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
For that, but I don't know. But yeah, I know if those 3 people are in the chat, it's gonna be looked after. You know, if somebody comes in right now spouting racist stuff or calling me out,
Yeah.
then obviously they're gonna get taken down. But I'll remind people, I say this on stream as well. Just because you can't see a moderator in chat doesn't mean there isn't one.
Right.
And also, you're looking at the main mod.
Yeah, you're looking at me.
I'm the main mod, all right? This is my channel. I know exactly what a moderator needs to do because I have to mod them. You know, I'm going to ban you just as much as they will.
Right. Okay, so then the hard question is, so we know how to like find a mod and what constitutes a good mod. So how do you get rid of them? And how do you get rid of them in a way that even sounds bad? But how do you demote a mod to where you're not crushing their spirit and they don't want to come around anymore?
Well, this is the point that I wanted to bring up. You know, I messaged you a couple of days ago saying, you know, a bit stressing out about mods, and I think people need to be serious about it. You know, if you want to be a mod in someone's channel, really do think about it.
Right.
Because if you get to a point in your life where you don't think you're going to be able to be there enough, then just tell them straight away. You know, be honest about it. And how to get rid of a mod is a difficult thing because, and essentially, you are their friend,
right?
And you don't want to. It's like firing someone.
Yeah, it really is.
It felt like to me. I've unmodded I think 3 people.
Yeah.
3 or 4 people in the last few months, and I've been very close to these people. You know, I've Coffee, God rest his soul. He actually died of coronavirus this year.
Oh wow.
He used to mod for me, along with Kitty, Catherine Axe, and a few of them that I've unmodded. And it's just due to inactivity mainly, you know. And as much as I don't want to put pressure on people to be there every minute of every day, they do need to show themselves. You know, and be involved in the community in some way, because in a way they are my team. They are representing the community just as much as I am.
It's tough. It's tough because people have like lives, and people have stuff to do. Yeah. And
I guess if you are looking to mod someone, you've just got to be honest. As hard as it is, and I was just honest and upfront with them. I just said, look, I asked them, are you going to be active? If not, then I can't. These are my requirements for mod, and if you can't keep up with them, I'm going to have to unmod you.
Right.
And I always reassure them, I'm just because I'm doing this, it doesn't mean that you are less in my community. Yeah. I've even created a VIP status for them as well, just to make sure, these people at some point in time have been a big part of my community.
Yeah.
Even if they're not as a bigger part now. But you just got to be honest and just reassure them that, you still care about them. I do. I care about all my mods and past mods because I consider them friends, closer friends than my usual community. The people that you see day to day and whatever in your channel. These are people that have reached out to you, or that you've reached out to them, and you've talked in private in a group chat, on mod chat, whatever. So just reassure them. But you gotta be honest. You can't give them some kind of nonsense reason for it. You just gotta tell them exactly what it is, and if they take it that way, they take it that way. And
it's gonna be tough regardless. Yeah. I think it goes back to the selection process, and you gotta be honest with, like, as a streamer, you gotta be honest with your responsibility on it. Like, if you've got a schedule that's all over the place and you can't even keep up with yourself, then how do you expect a person with a life to do that? So you gotta keep yourself in check in that regard. But I think the like being more choosy with the selection process, like we talked before, I think that's the most important, because like you said, it should be Silver Dragon, because Silver Dragon also streams. And Silver Dragon knows what you expect, but also like what it means. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of people don't know what you're doing. So a lot of people still think when you're playing a game, oh, he's just playing a game. He's just playing a game, hanging out. And so they take that attitude, to the chat and things like that. So it's difficult. It's difficult to explain that to people who aren't in it. I think that's been my biggest challenge is, everybody's a mod and likes timing out people that just really love giving people a bad time, but do they understand what it is that you're doing? And again, that's the selection process. I think is key. I don't know that there is an easy way to unmod somebody, but it's super.
There isn't.
It's super sucks to do, but if you've got like 10 viewers and 9 of them are mods, we gotta have a talk, guys. I think. You said it best. You just gotta be honest, and if they're mature to handle it, they'll handle it. But
thankfully, I've had the experience before where I've had to fire people in jobs before because of my role. But
right.
It's never been easy. It's not an easy thing. It's not supposed to be an easy thing. You're removing responsibility for something from somebody, and you're in a way, you're sort of like, I don't know, not demoralizing them or anything like that. But it's not a positive thing.
It's not, no.
But I just try to reassure them that they haven't failed me. Everybody has lives. I get it. People move on. People aren't as interested. People grow up, for instance, as well, and their interests change that way. But I understand that.
Put them in the mod National Guard. You'll be called to service when your country needs you.
I think, that's actually really good. Like, if I actually, if I'm in a bad place one day, I'll call upon you.
Yeah.
I know you could do it.
Yeah.
But I don't crazy. The one thing that bothers me most, I think, and this is what's upset me, is that whenever or most of the people that I've unmodded have been much less active.
Yeah.
And I'll be honest. I'll say that right now, and I don't think anybody can say anything against me. You don't see those names popping up as much.
Yeah.
And whether that's like been a bad choice from me from modding those people, or it's just the fact that they can't take the fact that they're not a mod anymore, or they just have naturally moved on with their lives, and it was just what was happening before when they were a mod. I don't know, but it's hard to go through that,
I think it just echoes like don't mod, don't mod until you have to.
You know what? I'm going to give everyone advice right now. Yeah. Don't be a moderator.
Don't.
Just aim to be a nice person in the community. That's it.
Yeah, just hang out. Here, let's go on record and say it. I'm never going to be mod for anybody. I'm not going to be mod for KPG. Don't ask me because I'm going to say no publicly.
You're the only option for me right now.
Yep.
Even close.
Not doing it.
I know you're not. I wouldn't do that to you. I honestly wouldn't. But if I was to make a choice and pick one person, you'd be it.
And it's not out of disrespect. It's literally because I know my limitations myself, and I'm not going to meet those. I can't meet those requirements. I can't do it.
No. I wouldn't expect that of... To be honest, I don't expect it of any streamer.
Right.
So if you're a streamer and you're interested in being in a moderator in my channel, I wouldn't advise against. I would advise against it.
Then I think that's where I'm at with it right now. When in doubt, don't mod. Like we're worried about mods when we start getting spammed by 100 people.
Just enjoy the show.
Yeah.
Just enjoy the show.
And that's been my biggest detriment is when we had this big growth. I mean, the growth was cool. It was good. I think I learned a lot through it, and I think you could probably say the same. Just having your periods of growth, you have to experience those things to learn because you just don't know. There's no rubric or like accurate rubric of how to deal with it. But my first gut reaction when all this started happening, people start flooding in. Let me give the people that enjoy being here the most the biggest responsibility. Let me make them have a less good time. Let me do that real quick. And so I've really stopped doing that. Like, I'm going to shout him out. G Dizzy, I love you. G Dizzy's never going to be a mod on my channel because I'm pretty sure that dude loves me. You love me, G Dizzy, admit it. He loves me. He loves hanging out. He's there all the time. Never going to mod him, man. Never going to mod him because I just can't. I just can't do it. I've done it to too many people, and there's no need. But it is a tough one. And I did see... I know. See, I pay attention to your community too, and that's probably part of.
You even have my chat open when you stream.
Yeah, and like I watch the Discord.
Have to, but...
Well, I mean, it's just like you do. It's just what we do. Okay, like I'm a fan of you. I enjoy your community, and it's like it's a respectful thing. I watch your stuff because I don't want people messing around your stuff either. But also, like I notice the names of people that aren't there. If I notice it, I know you notice it. And so you have to be honest with people that aren't there and people that are just kind of not on the same page. You know what I mean?
That's one thing that people can trust me to be. I'm just, I used to be a lying, piece of turd, but I'm not anymore. I didn't see any benefits in that. It was more stressful lying to people than it was, to be honest, to people. Right, as soon as I stopped caring what other people thought about me, or
Right.
I just started being honest, and I'll always be that way now. It's impossible for me not to be. I can't hide.
So,
I can't hide.
All right.
Stuff now anymore.
Moral of the story:
true.
Silver Dragon is the best mod. You want to be mod? Be silver. Be like Silver Dragon, guys.
Silver Dragon, yeah.
So-
I mean, I think Astral or anybody else that agrees with, she's incredible. She really is.
All right.
She's a close friend of mine as well, which makes it even better.
Okay, so I think we've established the mod talk. You got anything else to add? Or are we moving on?
We can move on. I think we've covered that.
So stream platforms.
The big one.
The
Streaming
big.
platform.
Where do I need to stream? Which platform is the best?
I'll say everything controversial right now. Don't
Do
go
it.
to Twitch.
Do it. Say it all. Start.
I mean,
us off.
I've been saying this on Twitter. Like, what is happening with the MCA on the minute on Twitter? Twitch is ridiculous. They're even DMCA striking game audio.
They're doing game audio, but they're also DMCA and deleted VODs. So the VODs that you delete still exist on a server somewhere, and they can find it. That's a crap show. But this happened on YouTube already. That's what people forget.
Yes,
this happened on YouTube.
I've already had that. Yep.
And so YouTube had to spend a lot of money to put systems in place that flag everything. You can't have game audio. Anything Nintendo, this is why your boy doesn't do Nintendo content anymore. Nintendo's going to claim everything you do. Doesn't matter if you get 1 view, doesn't matter if you get 1 billion. They're claiming it, dude. You can put one snippet of just a Zelda wind sound. I'm not even playing, dude. Nintendo and Sony flag everything on YouTube, and it's just, I mean, whatever, we can argue about it. They don't care. They're making the same money.
Yep.
They don't need you. They don't need you doing their content. They're fine with their own marketing team, and so people get butthurt about it.
You
but
would have thought would mean the other way for them.
Yeah.
Well, we're making plenty of money. We'll let these people do whatever they want.
Sure, but it's their IP. It's their choice. You can get mad about it all day. Does not change the fact. I think that
it's never going to change that.
I think that a lot of people on Twitch, a lot of them are kind of like, if you're playing copyright music, you should have seen this coming. You know what I mean? You should have seen it coming. You should have made preparations and things for some DMCA proof stuff a long time ago.
I actually got this is no joke. On my stream the other day, I played a song that I played numerous times. It's my intro song. I literally specifically put into YouTube non-copyrighted house music. It's the first song on the playlist, RFM, royalty-free music, no copyright music. It got striked on Facebook. And I had to say, it's non-copyright, and I had to say, put it back on my stream. Because they're that in it at the minute. It's the biggest problem facing streaming at the minute.
It's not going away. It's not going away.
Just make sure you've got Pretzel Rocks, something like that as your backup. All right? You've got something there that's not gonna.
And I'm gonna take a big opportunity to shout out Pretzel Rocks, dude. When I started with Pretzel Rocks, shout out to Elite on the Rocks. I think he's on Twitch right now. He used to do Mixer. He introduced me to Pretzel Rocks. It's great, man. They have grown in the past year. They have grown so many artists and things, and they do things the right way. There's a song somewhere on my playlist that's getting claimed right now. I haven't figured out which one it is, but they go through a process of how to deal with that if you do get a strike or a claim or something on one of their songs. They have instructions on how to deal with that. I'm getting claimed for something I don't know what it is. I don't even really care. At this point, as long as it's not, you know what I mean? I'm not sitting here busting out Beyonce and all this kind of stuff because the time is gone for that. That stuff is not going away. I think eventually it's going to get to the point where we can't have game music. It's going to get to that point. It's already to that point with some companies, and even with Microsoft, that's usually friendly about this stuff. You pop up Halo, dude, you're getting flagged for you get flagged every time. Every single time you get flagged, even if it's low volume, it doesn't matter, you're getting flagged. And so that is, like I said, only going to get progressively worse, and to where you're gonna have to have some sort of service like Pretzel Rocks or something to supplement what you don't have in game. You're gonna have to be able to do that. Props to Sea of Thieves for having beautiful music and not copyrighting it. There will be some holdouts, but I think overall,
it's a good game. It's a fairly safe game to stream, to be honest, I think.
Right. Overall, I think even if you don't do Pretzel Rocks, even if you do like you do and just find some playlists, there's stuff out there. You can find it.
Oh yeah, there's plenty of stuff. I mean, I have a specific taste in music that goes. I try to match with the Phoenix Flame Fire sort of theme, and it's usually house music that works quite well. So, a lot of
techno bass drop music.
I think I just played a little bit there because I clicked on it. But yeah, it's there's a lot of music out there that you can find, and there's plenty of playlists on YouTube and stuff.
So I'm
with. Got to be careful because if you have a playlist that runs out, it'll go to the next suggested video. That could be Rihanna Umbrella. It could be anything really. So you just got to keep an eye on that. That's happened a few times to me.
The number one thing, I'm so sad, dude. I love Christmas music so much, and I can't play it on stream. It makes me want to vomit. It makes me want to lay down in the floor and vomit in the sky.
Well, I'm glad that I don't have that problem because I'm not a huge fan of Christmas.
Oh, I love it, and I want to play it. But I can't.
No, I can't.
Okay, so I love crapping on Twitch with you as much as possible, and I'll do it all day. But
it's a great platform. It really is.
We got
the
be
best
honest.
platform.
We got to be honest. Where are all of the streamers that you and other people know?
Twitch.
Yep. And
there is a few of them that I think have tried Facebook gaming, and gone back to Twitch. I've noticed, but the only two people that I know that have come from Mixer and they've solidly gone to Facebook gaming are Astral and Tyclone. Those are the only two people that I know really, like I talk to and I'm involved with their communities.
Right. Doesn't Tyclone do like 18-wheeler simulator or something?
He does. Yeah, he does a lot of simulator.
What in the world? Where did that come from?
I don't know. Like he was playing. I think he was playing Minecraft, wasn't he? When I first came across him.
I clicked on his stuff, like, because you showed me, and I didn't know it was a thing, but it's a whole genre on Facebook. People driving 18-wheelers. Go for it, man.
18-wheelers, farming simulators, American Truck Simulator. He flies around a Microsoft Flight Simulator, which I love watching that.
Hilarious.
He's played Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
He's got a pretty good following. Of most of his followings are American, obviously, because he's playing a lot of the American wheeler stuff, and he seems to enjoy it a lot, and that's why I like him. He's got a very different type of content to me, but someone that I still enjoy watching.
I like people that are doing their own thing. I like people that are just,
Yeah, he's just doing his own thing and enjoying it, and it's working for him.
Very cool. All right, so big question for you. Where are you at with Facebook? Why Facebook? Where are you at with it? Are you happy? Are you still happy? Let's hear it.
I'm happy with Facebook, yeah. I'm approaching 400 followers. It's reminding me of the growth on Mixer. It's not quite as quick because I was a madman back then and I was streaming every day of the week because it was all very exciting. But yeah, Facebook gaming I think is going to be a big contender in the near future, especially if they can hold off this DMCA stuff. I think it'll drive more people from Twitch to Facebook gaming. But I'm really happy with it. Apart from the fact that I haven't got my commands and stuff.
Oh, okay. Is it just you can't do it? They don't have the function for it, or is just
they do have the function for it? I think it's partners only currently.
Okay.
So it's like early day Mixer, where they haven't quite introduced everything that you want yet.
Just don't have the tools. Yeah,
don't have the tools just yet. Maybe they're working on them. I'm pretty sure they are. But again, it's something to work towards, which I kind of like. I always like having goals.
I think it's good to be on. I think it's good to be on the less popular platform because they're still in the run-ins for trying to improve things. Whereas if you're on YouTube, they don't care, dude. They're not adding. They're not adding nothing.
Yeah.
They're not adding.
Yeah, it's how it is, and that's how it's going to be. Same with Twitch, I guess.
Yeah,
they're not changing much over there. Apart from the fact that they got towards. They've cut the delay a lot on Twitch. That's one thing I have noticed.
Did notice that,
which is very good.
Which is very good. You can probably attribute that to Mixer competition.
Yes, exactly. But Facebook gaming still haven't done that. I've noticed a huge. Sometimes it's like 10 seconds a plus.
Yeah.
For the delay, which I'm fine with. I'm okay with that as long as I keep on top of my chat quite heavily, so it doesn't really bug me that much. But other people, it seems to bug them more.
My only, it depends on who it is. The people that are wanting to chat with you, it's annoying. And you can't, like with Mixer, you could just play with people in chat because it was the delay was so little, and if you were playing Terraria or Minecraft or whatever, you could just kind of issue commands just normally. You can't really do that on any platform with a delay. I think you're the only you are the only person I watch on Twitch on Facebook I watch occasionally King Gothalion. I have noticed some other mixer people that were kind of big on Facebook. I don't like Facebook personally. We've talked about that a little bit. Just because of personal reasons, and I think those personal reasons would probably be why, you said before, people haven't switched. I don't think a lot of people didn't switch because of, you. I think it was more to do with the platform, because there are people, this is a more American thing, because Facebook is an American tech company, and American tech companies are very political in the way that they do things, and that makes a lot of people mad. So there are a bunch of people, American viewers wise, that when they would see you, for example, say, I'm moving to Facebook, they're like, well, we're done. Good luck. That's how strongly people feel about it. And there's some merit to that. Like I have noticed that with, we talked about before that it was cool that Facebook reaches out to creators to be part of their partner program. Well, that's cool.
Yeah, I guess it means they're watching. You never know when they are. It's kind of weird in a way. It keeps you on your toes.
And it's cool, but also, well, what if you're not what they're looking for? Does that make sense? What if you don't? What if you don't fit the narrative? And so I've noticed some narratives, but again, this is my Americanized political brain kind of leading into stuff. But they definitely have a message and a point that they want to get across, and I think that they use their creators and people on their platform to do that, because that's their whole business model, is using people. They're in the business of people and keeping people on the platform. As far as like them growing and stuff, though, I think their whole like mission and the way they make money is ads. Any partner, dude, you see an ad every like 12 seconds, so they're not having any problem. I think it's a telltale sign. If they're just giving you your like sub revenue, not taking a cut, they're probably making plenty off of your ads. So
that's why. I mean, it's very beneficial to the creator, but it makes the experience for the viewers a little bit.
It's tough.
Crappy if there is ads every 5 seconds.
And so you've noticed on yours, and I've noticed on yours, like those big spike in numbers. I don't think they have. I mean, I think they're pushing you out there. Where they're pushing you to, who knows? The dark corners.
If it's a problem that with the view account, I think they would have fixed it by now.
Yeah.
But like when I first start my stream is when it first happens.
Yeah.
So like I'll get into normally like I'll let a song play for a little bit, and then if there's a couple of people in the chat, I'll get in there. But now it's like there's 60 people watching. It's been 30 seconds.
Like they have gone. Okay, so how YouTube doesn't care about notifications, you might get one, you might not. They've gone the opposite direction. I get notifications for your stream when I have your stream up. I'm like, dude, I'm here. What do you mean?
Yeah.
And so
same with me and Astral. Like I watch Astral streams, or I lurk in her channel, and I'll get Astral is still live. Yeah, no, I'm watching her right now. There she is.
They're on the spot with the notifications. I think having people's. I've heard a couple different takes on this. King Gothalion, I heard him say this one day. He said he likes having people's real name in chat, because if they're being a D-bag, you can look up their profile and see where they work. You know what I mean? He said that. And I'm like, all right.
That's something I've not thought of, but yeah, I guess that's kind of useful, I guess,
so,
if you want to take revenge or something.
Yeah, he's kind of cutthroat about stuff like that. But, I mean, it's a point, but I also think it's a little weird to be in a stream with, like, a real person's name in there. You know what I mean? I wonder how much that plays into people wanting to chat and stuff like that. I don't know if it does.
It's definitely had an impact. Definitely had an impact. I think it's the reason that, I think Facebook, with the whole security crisis that they've had before with information and stuff.
Yeah.
That's the main reason people avoid it. But also, it's their actual name.
Right.
We all have usernames, right? We all have KPG, Rico J, Spider Dragon, whatever, Silver Dragon. And I think it's the main reason people stay away from Facebook gaming or haven't followed me to that platform this time around.
Right.
But, again, Silver Dragon being an amazing mod, has actually put into my Discord a 5-minute. It takes 5 minutes to make a Facebook page,
which I think is
essentially, which is essentially a channel.
Yeah.
So all that's all you need to do. If you don't want to be using your Facebook, you don't have to. You can log in, or you can go into the chat and click on the little 3 dots there and change it so you are actually your persona rather than your actual name. So it's pretty simple to do, and once you've done it, it's done.
Yeah.
So I guess
cool. I think my only thing with Facebook is just the uncertainty of it. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I'm still scarred for you guys from Mixer and how
I'm
they're
still
just
very
like,
much scarred from Mixer, but I think that Twitch is it wasn't. I think now what my plan was for Mixer when I left for Twitch, before I actually found out Mixer was going down, it was only like 3 days after as well, which was weird. Was Mixer was going to be my backup plan,
yeah,
you know, and just like my job is my backup plan now.
right,
For this, I have a good CV, resume for people in America. I know for a fact I'm going to be able to get a job.
Yeah.
If streaming doesn't work out, I've got a good CV there. I know what I'm doing.
yeah,
So it's the same thing with this. Like Mixer was my backup plan. I guess now Twitch is my backup plan.
yeah. That makes
You know, it's
sense.
somewhere that I have streamed. I know it. It's a good platform. Blah 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 blah. But Facebook is something that I believe in, and I think it'll actually start competing heavily soon with Twitch.
I think having a good backup plan is good, especially doing this. I think that's a healthy perspective. But I want to ask you, what is your problem with YouTube, man? What the heck, dude?
I've had bad experiences with YouTube.
Yeah.
Being like before I started content creating, YouTube was it.
Yeah.
You know, that's what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
And then I started it, and then I started running into problems the more time went by. Mainly 2017, 2018 was I think the like, peak of people getting their content removed and copyrighted and whatever. And that's what I was running into. And it was just one thing after the other with it, and monetization was basically impossible with YouTube. And I guess it is an option. It still is an option. It's something that I will have to deal with in the future anyway, because I think it's probably going to be happening on every platform sooner rather than later.
Right.
Facebook's fairly safe for now, but I don't think it will. I don't think it'll be that way forever.
They're gonna have to go through their growing pains too, and so like that's why I'm saying like YouTube is the most mature platform, if you could call it that. Just mature based on it's been around the longest, and they've already dealt with this kind of stuff. So it's going to be interesting to see Twitch come out of it, and then Facebook grow into it. I know Facebook's already dealing with it because King of Thalion got every one of his, in the middle of him streaming, every one of his Fallout 76 streams taken down because of game music, because of the radio station. He got it like taken down live. So it is there, and the music companies are already watching. So
like it's only a matter of time.
And their technology is so good, dude. Like their technology for tracking and finding content with their stuff in it is better than the platform's technology. That's what people got to understand. Is you can trick your platform into not flagging it for you. You're not gonna trick the music industry. They've been taking people's money for a long time. They're going to continue to do it. And remember that the behemoth of Google had to bow down to the demands of the law and the music industry. Okay, everybody forgets that.
Nobody's safe.
Nobody
I think,
is taking
the
them
whole music thing. I mean, maybe not game audio. Maybe they do need to step in at some point and say, like, look, we need to put something in place. We want to protect the people that are playing our games, especially the people that are streaming our games.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah.
For instance, Dr. Disrespect, if he plays Call of Duty, that's 40,000 people watching Call of Duty.
Yeah.
You know, that's a lot of people that could potentially go down to the shops and go, you know what, I'm going to go get this game. Maybe I'll be able to play with Doc one day.
Right.
They need to protect that. It could damage their sales if these people, well, I ain't playing that game because of this.
Right.
But I think music creators in general, like KSI, for instance, I play his music because he has deliberately gone out of his way to go, you know what, I ain't copyrighting any of my music.
Right.
You know, and that's very big of him. He makes enough money. He knows he does.
Right.
And I think other people need to do that as well. They need to start standing up to their record labels a little bit more and going, you know what? No, this is wrong. We need to start encouraging people to listen to our music because at the end of the day, it could help us grow. We could help more people listen to it.
I had to ask you what your problem with YouTube was. I didn't know because like when it came to like
my YouTube, it was mainly demonetized. It being demonetized all the time for certain things, and I think it was getting to the point where it was.
It's a headache.
It was game audio as well. I was playing like FIFA something, and I was going through the story mode.
Yeah.
And I got it. Like there was a song that was played that I hadn't even heard of, and that was it.
Yeah.
That's what and it was literally 2 seconds of footage.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, come on.
I'm still getting claimed for stuff like that I did 2 years ago. I get like a new like Spider-Man PS4. Like I hated that game so much. I hated it. I didn't even finish it. I hated it. It was like it was a big meme on the channel for a while, but I still today will get like a new copy claim, Sony copy claim for Spider-Man. I'm like, stupid Spider-Man, I told you guys. But it's like as the technology improves, they just go back through stuff with a comb, like rake it over the coals again. YouTube is irritating in that regard. I think that that's what it's going to be, that bad on all platforms eventually. I don't think that's going away. And my biggest problem with YouTube is just what we talked about before. They don't add a lot of stuff. They will occasionally, like, they added super stickers. Okay, so one of my favorite thing about Mixer was the sparks and the stickers. And also the little stickers that they did. Well, I don't know that they did this because of Mixer, but YouTube finally added like super stickers. They don't have a currency you can use. You have to actually.
I mean, I think that's probably like the only bit of. I mean, I think that's the only sort of stream thing they've added.
That's it.
Apart from apart from the obvious ones that they've done over recent years, but I think it's like that's about it, and I think that's why I chose Facebook, because I don't see YouTube as a streaming platform. It's video platform, you know.
I agree.
Facebook's a social media platform,
right?
However, they've created this whole Facebook gaming thing,
right?
So they're actively putting themselves directly and saying, "Look, Twitch, we're here now. We're going to compete with you."
Yeah,
they put themselves out there, and obviously they've taken over Mixer and stuff. So,
and I think it's interesting because 2 years ago, like 2018, literally 2 years ago, YouTube was doing that. YouTube had a dedicated gaming app. Anybody that streamed a game, like if you typed in Minecraft, the people that were live streaming it went to the top of search. Like they were all about it. And then just literally overnight, they sent out an email, we're going to get rid of this app, and then that was it. Then that's
they owned by Microsoft. Oh, hey.
Yeah, everything just tanked. And a lot of people, I mean, we can sit and be like, they need to do this. Dude, YouTube's fine. They don't need anybody. They're making plenty of money. If you look at their directory for live streams throughout the day, there's people in India getting like 500,000 viewers playing mobile games, dude. They're not worried. They're doing fine. They may not be doing.
They also they don't need to do it.
No,
they really don't.
Yeah,
but
they don't.
Like I said, I've said this before in videos. If YouTube chose to get involved in the streaming world, they'll probably catch Twitch quicker than anyone, if not overtake them.
I agree. And
the amount of people that are on YouTube is insane.
I don't know if they'll do it or not. I feel like if something happens to Twitch, and I think if something could happen to Twitch, I think that Twitch is
YouTube.
I think as Twitch goes on, it just becomes increasingly more of a liability for Amazon, and they don't make a lot of money for Amazon. Amazon is a shipping company. They're not in the business of advertising, stuff like that. So I think if something were to happen to Twitch, I think YouTube would be the spot. But I don't necessarily know that's going to happen. Nobody knows. I think my reasons for YouTube are very simplistic. And it's back to what we talked about earlier, just kind of doing things your own way. The reason why I started on YouTube, and when I did start on YouTube, the conditions were a lot more favorable. But reason why I started on YouTube, and I say this for all platforms, the mobile app sucks. It's a terrible experience. They don't work at all. The YouTube mobile app works like a dream because they want your eyeballs out at all times. They want your eyeballs on their mobile app. You can picture on their mobile app. You can seamlessly transfer. You can seamlessly turn your phone off. The stream still plays. The app still plays. You can bring it up. You can picture in picture. You can do other things, which is like my wife. The only reason my wife watches my stream is because she can player and do other things on her phone. And so that's been like.
And then just click on that little box in the corner and go, hey, you. And then
that's it. And so I have always, since I started, because that's how I consume streams. We've had this conversation before, because I can't put streams on my big screen because my daughter's running around and I don't want her to learn F-bombs. So every streamer, almost every streamer does it on every platform. And so I consume 100% of my streams where I'm not at my computer. I consume them all mobile. So that was my goal. I'm like, all right, I want to cater to the mobile experience, and that's kind of my goal. And when I dabbled in the Mixer, and there was actually one day when I too said I'm going to only stream on Mixer and do videos on YouTube, and that was when a lot of the copy stuff and getting striked and stuff was getting kind of heavy. I did that because I was frustrated because of growth and because of just things not going my way, and then Mixer shut down, and it was at the my good friend Ivan urged me not to do it, and he was right. And at the time, I was like, "You're dumb. You don't know nothing about streaming." But my buddy Ivan has a degree in marketing, and he told me, from a marketing standpoint, your brand is here. You've built this here. You ride it out, for better or worse. And he was right. And so I know that I have to accept ownership and responsibility for that, and for me stunting my own growth in that way. So for that whole period of time, was like time lost. Not time lost. I don't think I don't want to say it like that. Not time lost, because that's where I met you, and that's where I met some cool people. And
it's the same sort of feeling that I got from Mixer. I feel like I wasted my time with the platform because it ended, but I still have a community to this day because of Mixer.
So it's kind of a catch-22. It's hindsight's always 20/20. But so that's my biggest reason for sticking to YouTube. The mobile experience works. There's none of the other apps even come close. Facebook, dude, chat doesn't even work. It doesn't work half the time. The YouTube gaming app sucks. Or excuse me, not YouTube gaming. I'm sorry, Facebook gaming app sucks.
Yeah, I haven't even downloaded it.
It's terrible.
But I haven't.
Facebook, it sucks. I'm not scared to say it. It sucks. It's terrible. Twitch app sucks. Twitch app is a little bit closer, that you can actually semi picture in picture, but there's huge buffering when you go from full screen to half screen to picture in picture. But for whatever reason, the Twitch app uses Omega battery power on your phone and causes your phone to overheat. Every phone, it's not my device. Every phone or device or anything I've ever
Same
used.
Same with Snapchat. That's the reason I don't use Snapchat.
I don't know what it is. What do they have to program into their thing to make it use so much juice?
It's literally I've got 100%, 30%. It's dead. I'm like, all right, great.
So when I watch your Facebook streams, it's on not the Facebook gaming app. It's on just regular Facebook on the video tab. That's what works best.
Yeah. I'd recommend other people do that as well. Sorry, Facebook. But.
Yeah, and I don't know if I don't even know if they care about the mobile experience. I don't know where their viewership is. I would imagine Facebook's got
more people have phones than they do PCs.
That's what I'm saying.
So why aren't they putting more effort in it?
And so that's why I've always been Team YouTube, because right now I think mobile viewing, mobile experience, they've got that pretty much nobody's even close. And I'm going to stick with that just because for ease of use, that's what I care about more than anything. I drug my community to another platform before. I drug them to Mixer. The ones that cared about my well-being and wanted to follow me, they followed me there. Their experience was terrible because the Mixer app we know was terrible. Nobody had good enough internet to watch, and that's another thing about YouTube. You can watch a stream on YouTube with 1 bar of service in the country.
Exactly.
And so I'm not doing that to them again. I think that I think YouTube does fine. I haven't gained a net sub on YouTube in over a year, which is very sobering to realize.
A net sub? You mean somebody that's on a desktop?
A net sub meaning I haven't gained more subs. I've gained subs, but then I've lost subs. So I haven't gained a net sub on YouTube in over a year.
I'm gonna get shouted out more often, and I'm gonna break that.
And I'm not even worried about that. I appreciate you doing that, but it's not even. I think
shout you out,
I think my mentality with it going forward, and me being honest with it going forward, is just word of mouth for me has always worked. It doesn't grow very fast. It doesn't get you on the top of the charts. It doesn't, but word of mouth for me. You see my stream and you tell somebody else. That works for me. That's very old-fashioned, and I like it. There's people in my chat that find me. Hey, I'm going to tell my cousin, uncle, brother about you. Cool, dude. That's what's worked for me. And even though I haven't...
I've had a couple of people that have done that as well.
Even though I haven't...
I told my brother. And then he appears in chat 30 seconds later. It's like, oh.
Even though I haven't gained a net sub, I'm not giving up. There's still things that I know that I need to do to... that I need to change a little bit, that I've been researching and looking into. I think that there's a guy, Epos Vox, that I keep up with on YouTube. He posted a video not too long ago about how having huge stream VODs, so big stream VODs on your channel, can hurt your growth and your discoverability because YouTube bases it on watch time, and if you've got a 6-hour VOD and only 5 people, you know what I mean? So that made a lot of sense. And I used to just be like, I'll just keep all my VODs up, and whoever wants to watch it, watch it. But I think I think I might need to change that a little bit. So I've been unlisting those. But there's things that I'm doing, to get the discoverability and all that kind of stuff. But I haven't gained a sub, but I have gained like more channel members and more like actual people that are like community minded, keeping it small scale and doing it this way. So I think for now I'm good. I may have to have an honest talk about doing something else in the future, but I think for right now I'm just happy with where we're at. I do not excuse at all the problems of YouTube. There are many. I think it's absolutely dumb that they're so behind with the tools, like you said. Like why can't we have gift subs? Why can't we have gift memberships? That's been a thing on every platform.
Exactly.
Why can't we have that? Because I know that there are people in my community that would give people that are always there a membership, so they could, you know what I mean, so they could have that exclusivity. But anyways, that's my thoughts on that.
Well,
go ahead.
For the main thing, like for choosing the platform, go where it's convenient for you.
Yeah.
And just go where the people that you want to watch go. Don't be forced to not watch that person because of the platform that they're on. You just go to where you want to go, and enjoy yourself in streams. I think that's the most important thing, really, and try and deal with the rubbish apps that we have to deal with or whatever. Just just support the creators that you want to support, no matter what platform they're on. I mean, I still go back to Twitch. I spend more time on Twitch than I do watching Facebook gamers.
Same.
So
same.
Because that's where my friends are. That's where the people are that I want to watch. So.
And that's where the good streamers are.
I'm out here on my own, just over. Yeah, whatever. I ain't gonna finish that sentence, but yeah.
I mean, just paving the way for Facebook. It's tough, man. It's tough. But I think you're doing well.
I'm doing okay. I mean, I'm not in any hurry to be. I don't want to be world famous. I don't want to be Dr. Disrespect size. I think that'd stress me out more than it would make me happy. So, no, I just want to do what I want, and make a living out of it, and enjoy myself and try and make people happy along the way as well.
Right. Well, I wanted to have this talk with you for that. I wanted you to flesh out a lot of those frustrations. I wanted you, because sometimes it's very helpful to me, at least for me, to talk it out loud.
Yeah.
Because you see, when you repeat it to yourself, you see what's right, what's wrong.
Dwell on it.
And dwell on it, talk on it. And also, yeah, and I didn't want you to be, I could tell you were down about it, and I didn't want you to be down about it, because it's tough sometimes. Sometimes you can be doing really well, but it doesn't seem like you're doing really well, as part of those, little weird things that we're told or we believe about viewership and stuff. But I'm in your streams too. I see that counter going up. Facebook's pushing you places, and every now and then somebody sticks, and I'm slowly starting to see your congruence, even on Sea of Thieves that nobody cares about or watches.
Yeah,
your congruence are going up.
First couple of times, it was like nobody was there, and it was just my regular viewers, and then all of a sudden, like I've got a couple more people joining the fray and stuff and wanting me to play.
And
I even had somebody asking about you, actually.
Nice.
They came into the stream and went, "Hey, where's that big boat and that other guy?" like, oh, you mean Rico? He's over there. Well, my boat's not on here. I'm playing Minecraft right now. But...
I've noticed like there's like one dude. There's at least one dude every time you stream on Facebook. There's at least one dude that'll just pop in and be like, "Yo, sleep suck, man. Yeah, Sea of Thieves." Or they'll just be like, "Yeah, I play Sea of Thieves, man. I got more loot than you," or something. They're like just like on the hinges people looking for some Sea of Thieves, and I love it. I want you to. I hope that Sea of Thieves on Facebook for you blows up. I hope you are I don't know any Facebook Sea of Thieves creator.
I actually don't. I mean, this is something I've discussed with my mods. I want to try and raid people, because I have no idea, still to this day, how to raid people on Facebook. So I'm gonna have to get my head down and really start focusing on that. Because if I do play Sea of Thieves, I'm gonna be looking for some Sea of Thieves people. So.
Right. Dude, how hilarious would it be if you became OG #1 Facebook Sea of Thieves streamer?
I don't know if that'll happen, but we'll see. I mean, if they fix their bugs, I might do it, but I don't know. No. You know who I was watching the other day?
Who?
I was watching Pace.
Okay, okay. I
And
love
he
Pace.
he was even saying like, "Oh my word!" Like, everything like he couldn't use
Yeah.
a cannon.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like, it's just stuff like that. Like, come on, man, get your bugs fixed. You're
He's
even affecting my man Pace. You know, you gotta-
it's a meme. Like him and his buddies meme it. Like it's just a funny meme at this point. Like there's one bug that's been in the game since launch, and there's an audio bug that you get every now and then when you go underwater. Like you just start hearing like
yeah.
and you have
I have to literally suppress start and thing to stop it because I keep
Yeah.
thinking it's going to kill my audience. It's going to kill their ears.
So there's so many dumb things about it, but we always come crawling back because we love it. We always do. I love Pace.
Gotta get that loot.
Since you brought up Pace, I'm working on a video right now about terms of service because of an encounter that we had. But that's going to be fun to do. But Pace is one of my favorite. Obviously, he's number one for a reason. But his crew, you want to know how to run a galley crew? Watch Pace. Him and his crew.
He seems pretty on it.
It's hard, just in a normal stream when they're just like stealing forts and stuff, it's hard to see how really good they are. You need to go on his YouTube and you need to watch him do one of those arena tournaments where it's Galleon arena tournaments. That's where you really see how good him and his team are, dude. It's unreal.
I was watching a VOD. It was, what was it? It was like an hour long, and it was Galleon versus Galleon, and they were fighting this crew for ages, and they managed to steal the Athena in the end. It was like an hour.
Yeah.
That was the edited version.
Yeah, 100%.
An hour of them.
But that dude is so good, no question. Cameron and I had this conversation the other day. Another one of those Twitch problems. All the good Sea of Thieves are on Twitch. But we enjoy watching Boxy Fresh, and Beard Again. Those dudes taught me how to run a sloop. And
Beard Again, I think he's live right now, actually.
Yeah, he's UK. He's UK, and he's probably my favorite out of all of them. He only plays with Boxy. When he's not playing, he solo sloops. I watched him yesterday. He soloed against an Alliance Galleon server, and at one point he was fighting 4 galleons by himself. And he is nuts. And that's how he honestly, like, some of the tips and tricks that he, just watching him play, that's what helped me with like a little more of my naval stuff, just watching some of the stuff he does and like handling the boat and stuff.
Yeah, I've already learned a little bit from Pace just watching him. But one guy I would shout out is probably Rob Raven.
Rob,
he's on Twitch, but he dresses up like Captain Jack every now and again. But he doesn't just dress up like him. His impression is incredible. Like, take it from an impressionist as well. It's perfect.
I saw his. He had a clip on something on YouTube, but he filled a sloop to the brim with kegs. He had like 300 kegs.
Yeah, like 350 kegs.
Yeah, and blew them all up at once and glitched the game out. I did see that. Oh, all right. Well, is there anything else? We've been talking for an hour and 30 minutes, man.
That's all right. It's all right. I'm good with that, man. I'm good. Thought we should sit down and record it. I thought people would want to hear it, you know. Like I said in chat, it's a guy from Georgia and a guy from Yorkshire in England kind of getting together. It's weird.
And I forgot the disclaimer at the beginning. So anybody that made it this far, you need to understand that I'm a dummy. You probably don't need to listen to what I'm saying. All of my opinions are my own.
You bring up some very good points.
All of my opinions are my own. If you follow my advice, that's your fault. That's your fault.
Same with me.
But go hang out with KPG because he's doing right things. Let's get off of here. Let's do this again. We'll come up with some more topics that we can rant about and do this again. This was fun. I enjoyed it. And I think, like I said before, I think people need to hear more honesty. There's too much of this prosperity gospel going around, and I hate it. So I think it's good for us to vent some frustrations and be honest about our experiences for those people in our community that I know are wanting to hear it. All right, so I'm going to sign off, and then I'm going to get set up for Sea of Thieves. You playing?
I will be playing, yeah. I just need to finish off some cleaning stuff around the house, and I'll be there.
All right, well, I'll be on. You just hop on when ready, okay?
All right, man.
See you, buddy.
See ya.